Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode here on the 77 Combined. I'm Tazel and how you doing? This episode we're gonna be working on the base a bit. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we need to fix here. Some of it we've already actually, I totally fixed it, and I can't tell you exactly what I did to fix it because that's a trade secret. Yeah, I have no idea. The iron farm just started working by itself, which I'm grateful for. It means I don't have to relink all those villagers, but wow, are they loud. But yeah, but there's lots of other stuff that we need to work on. So a couple things that I've noticed. So the first thing is there's a bit of an unexpected result from me putting in the powdered snow. I didn't think of it at the time, but now it makes sense. Since they're actually dying in the snow and not just being slowed down by it, we're actually getting all those skeletons converted into strays. So now we have slowness arrows and regular arrows both showing up here. So I didn't even think about that, but yeah, I guess technically I could have gotten slowness arrows this entire time. But I don't have a spot for these at the moment. Now luckily with those, I have a bunch of empty slots that I haven't used, like this one for instance, doesn't have anything. But this seems to be more in the kelpie stuff. I almost want to say it's more of like one of these. So why don't we put it, oh, it's already in there. Let's put that one in here, which just means that I need to set, is it that one? Yeah. So I just need to set that to slowness. So now what's going to happen is when we get slowness arrows, they'll just automatically be sorted in there. And this is why I like automatic sorters. We do have some other stuff here. I think we're getting arrows just because we're full. Yeah, we're pretty full on the arrows at this point, so there's not really much I can do about that. Probably same with the rotten flesh. Yep, we're full up on rotten flesh. Raw pork chop, that one's a bit surprising, because I know we must have just gotten a bunch all at once or something. Yeah, you know what? It's probably a good idea for me to just do a quick once-over on the redstone of this place. It's entirely possible that some of the redstone got washed away, or something just got messed up, or something got triggered into a state where it's just thinks it's always on, but it really shouldn't be, like sometimes happens with the bees way up top. So you know what, let me check on that. And yeah, as I said, we're gonna be doing a lot of fixer-uppers stuff here. I have a list of stuff we need to do. Okay, so let me check on my electrical here, and I'll get right back to you. Okay, so checked everything out, and we were all good with our redstone, so yay there. Did find a whole bunch of pistons missing, and I'm guessing that's more because I just didn't get to that point yet. But I fixed the pistons, so all the dripstone is now working the way it's supposed to be. So okay, so we have two options of what to do next. First we could deal with this down here. I need to adjust this. I think I need to raise that middle section up, so that way they're more inclined to fall down into the water stream and die as expected. Although that's a lot of mobs, and I don't feel like dying right now. Second option is up here. Jump, jump. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so up here is where the gold farm is supposed to be. So, as you see, I have these little notches here. Actually, because of the ladders and such, but the way that the new 1.18 mechanics work, golems spawn at the highest block that is spawnable in the middle. So that's also why down below, can I see down below? No, not really. Okay. So the farming area down here is only 2 blocks high. So golems can't spawn there. The older iron golem farms for Bedrock had a 2-story spawning platform, so they had twice as many spots to spawn, but well, that's not really needed anymore because they're going to always spawn on the top block. So basically, I just need to build my gold farm here in the middle, and I just need to leave 3 blocks here so they can spawn, because they're not going to spawn inside the portal. Now, what I do need, however, to do is not enable... So I build a turbo button, which is what most people consider when they, see an iron farm, gold farm, on this style, where you're toggling the portals on and off, on and off, on and off, and that gives you the maximum amount of, zombified piglin that'll come through. But as I said, this is a sort of lag-free, or as lagless, maybe that's the way to go with it. Lagless way of having all the farms. So normally, I'm just going to leave the giant portal here just on in place, and then if I need a lot of gold for some reason, I'll turn on that turbo button. But normally it's just a giant, like 23 by 23 or something like that portal here. Now there's one big problem with that. Here, let me show you. Okay, here's my problem. Yeah, that's all the obsidian I have, and I'm gonna need, well, about 100+ obsidian here. So that means we're gonna have to go mining for obsidian, which is oh so fun. Yeah, no. So yeah, let me do that, because you know what? It's better than me wanting to deal with that mess at the time being down there. So let me go expand our obsidian a bit, so that way we can build. That's probably why I didn't build in the first place. You need a lot of obsidian, but yeah. So let me do that. And okay, so we got a whole bunch of obsidian here. So I actually went upstairs on the top here, and yeah, it's actually a lot less than I thought. Basically, I'm going to be making a 20 by 20 square. So really that's 19, because they, overlap and stuff. I could go taller. You can make a portal that's much larger, but I want them to be able to fall directly into the water stream. So 19 on here is pretty much all we really need. So if we take a quick look here. Oops. This whole section here is 20 by 20. So from here over to here is a 20 by 20 square. We want to make sure that the zombie piglins that come out here will land in this water stream. So we're going to build across this way. Actually, we'll probably build it this way. Here we go. So we'll build it from here over to there and then up. And that way, when they come out of the portal, we'll have the trapdoors and everything along there. So they'll fall off into here, and then they'll go down into the killing area down there. And if they don't die at that spot, they'll die all the way at the bottom. And just by the nature of it being there, we'll get piglins showing up every so often and just collecting it. And then on top of that, we'll have on the side here, a little button that we can just flip to make this go a lot faster and toggle it on and off if we really need the gold. But normally it'll just be running in a passive mode here. And yeah, we'll just have a constant stream of gold at our base, which will be nice. So let me get on that. I'll get the frame in place here. Oh, hello, goodbye. And I'll bring you back as soon as that's in place. Okay, here we go, and bada! Portal, all in place. It did actually take, oh, and of course I missed it. Yep, oof. It did, of course, take slightly less. This is actually, and I should have realized when I said 20. This is an odd base for many reasons, but also because the number it's centered around a single spot. So yeah, it's actually a 19 by 19 portal instead, but you know what, that's fine. Nothing wrong there. Okay, so this is now ready to go, ready to be lit up, but we do need to get the turbo button in place. That is to say, when it's normally lit, it'll just make piglins every so often, you know, just drop in a piglin from now and then. But we want to increase those rates. So I have what I call the turbo button, or what everyone else just calls as, you know, a gold farm. At least a single portal gold farm. So let me hop over into the creative world and let me show you what that's all about. Okay, so as you see here, here is a mini version, but still. By the way, this is, yeah, I've gone through a lot of versions of my farm. Yeah, we'll do that in another episode. But right now, let me just show you this. So this is sort of an old school design, single portal farm. Now normally it's going to be in this state. As you see, it just sort of sits here, and every so often, you know, a zombie piglin gets spawned, falls out because, well, we'll get to that. Falls out and lands and dies and ends up in my killing system. This little part is the turbo function. So it does two things. So first off is this little piece down here. So this has a little powdered snow, which Repairman Dan alerted me to, that we can now use this instead of water, which makes this a lot cleaner. But when I hit this button, it turns off the farm, so we can actually disable this if we need, and just puts a little powdered snow here. In the past, this was a water bucket, and I'd have to put like buttons here and like a trapdoor down here and another sign like right here, so that way the water would get stuck and flow down here and a whole bunch of other stuff. But now with powdered snow, just sort of sits there, which is quite nice. Now for the rest of this bit, this works on the principle of block updates. So these observers here cause blocks around them to try to update. If you remember the old zero tick farms, it kind of works on the same principle. And with these trapdoors here, since they're wood and they're burnable, they're going to try to catch fire when the block gets updated. So way this is set up, the fire can't be in any of these blocks here because, well, there's already lava there. Fire can't be here. Fire can't be on top, but it can be right over here. And if you ever light a portal with fire, whether it be from a flint and steel or from, you know, flaming arrow or a fireball or a fire charge or anything that basically is, well, fire, it's going to propagate. So the way this works here is we just flip this switch and we get a little observer clock going. So this makes the snow down here. This updates the blocks up here, so we get that. And there's a much higher chance, since this keeps going on and off, that, yep, one of those guys will just populate and fall off. Now, it is important which side that you build this on. I mean, theoretically, you can build it on either side, but you just lose that one sort of spot there where they can fall off. But there's always one side of a portal where the zombie piglins are going to spawn. I can't remember if it's east, west, north, south. But yeah, mobs will always spawn on one corner of a block. So it's always going to spawn on one of these corners here, and because of that, they're always going to spawn on one side. Now, the other thing you might notice that this is a little weird. So for a couple reasons it's weird. So first off is, why didn't I just use, the traditional, I'll just go out here. The traditional one of these guys. So I found with the water version and the snow version seems to be following the same mechanics. The amount of time between it being there and not being there wasn't long enough for these to be updated. And it doesn't seem to matter if there is, multiples of these here or not. I can put a whole bunch of them. I've tried it with, the full version, with the lava in the middle, with the lava flowing in either spot, and it doesn't actually seem to make a difference how fast this thing lights. But what does seem to matter is how long that is there, and they just sort of get into a groove. I find that a single tick is usually fine. 2 ticks doesn't seem to have any actual effect. It's just sort of the way that the ticks line up that seem to matter. 3 is definitely too slow. And of course, 4 is just ridiculous. So I keep it at, a single tick here, and that seems to be just fine. The other thing you'll notice is the weird placement of this. So first off, why is this not a full block? So normally you just have the redstone there, the block there, and you wouldn't have to carry about carrying the redstone signal over here. Well, that's because sometimes when you turn this off, you basically have a 50-50 chance of either that happening or nope. Okay, let's try it again. Again, 50-50 chance. 50-50 chance. I swear it's 50-50. There we go. 50-50 chance of that happening. So I put this little button here, and what this button allows us to do is suck in that snow block so it's active. Now what I did find when I just had the button here and a solid block, it would take forever for this thing to relight. Just because this is no longer running its updates. So you have to wait until the block itself randomly ticks an update in order for it to try to light this on fire. So instead, by having this observer looking down here and the button over here, it will automatically pull in and update these every single time. So I click this, it updates all of these, and as you saw, it lit right away. If I were to do this without that there, and I take it away, notice how long this is taking. Because we have to wait for one of these blocks to actually update in order for the fire tick spread to happen. Which could, take quite a bit. Whereas with this being updated, it instantly just works. The reason why I don't just have a, solid block here is just because, well, I like keeping my, when I make my redstone, if I can have a block, that's transparent, I'll do that. If I, so usually this will be glass here, but I just went with my redstone lines being half slabs. Now the last weird thing, get out of the way. The last weird thing is this guy. So really we need this here. So I mean that can also be just a glass slab. Just so things aren't spawning. Now in theory, nothing should ever spawn here because the light levels are going to be, high enough because of the lava. Except that we're in a swamp, and swamps have slimes and other things that spawn. So what we unfortunately need is this spot right here. I can't put anything on because when this is up, it's here. When it's down, there's a two block spawn spot right here. I can't have it as glass, because if it's glass, a mob can still technically spawn there, and then it'll get it pushed off. And although it is water underneath, I don't want to risk, you know, something spawning there. So that's why this one here is a half slab. So nothing, in theory, should be able to spawn in the spot, even if the light levels, you know, weren't so high and only a slime could spawn there. But yeah, so this is the design we're gonna build. Obviously, the portal itself is, you know, much bigger. See, you can also, you know, fully enclose this. It doesn't really matter because the lava can only flow 4 blocks. This can be a you know, spot, but you know, since the lava flows there, it just gives another thing that can possibly update this block. So it gets updated twice, basically. And yeah, so that's what we're gonna build here. Normally, again, we're gonna leave it in this mode, but if we ever need a lot more gold, we just turn it on, and that's going to increase the chances of us. Really? There we go. Of us getting it. There are definitely more efficient designs with like 4 and you know, other things. But again, the whole point is that this is a fairly low lag system that we're trying to build here. Something that we can just be in our minecart, look around, and see what's going on. So let's get right back on the realm or server and get this building. Okay, so first thing we're gonna need to do is, well, I suppose first thing we need to do is actually, you know, get up there. And since I'm terrible at, oh, can I not place? Okay. Oop. Okay, so first thing we need to do is see which side of this the piglins are actually gonna spawn on. So let's light this. And now we get to wait. Okay, this is taking way too long. Okay, so we have 2 options here. One, we can try turning this on and off and on and off and on and off. The other is, I looked up while I was waiting because I got super bored, and apparently it's the east or the south side that they spawn on. So let's see. East is plus X and south is plus Z. So that means it should be this side? Because this is the, yeah, this would be, okay, so this side here is the side that they're going to be spawning. So with that in mind, let's build this thing. So let's see. Definitely gonna need some things. Okay. Oh, and the other thing is I really do need to break this. Because I don't want to be transported to the nether while working on this thing. Okay, so I got all the stuff I need here. Not you, not you. So this is all the items I need in order to build this thing. So we'll just start here with the, oh, there. So let me take all this stuff off my toolbar, and let's start with all of that. And we'll grab that. So we're going to go dropper. And powdered snow goes in there. Then over here we have, let's see, there'd be a lever there. Oh, no, that's not the lever. That's the, I'm guessing one. Make sure I'm grabbing the right one. So the button goes there. Well, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna build this thing. You saw it. You don't necessarily need to watch me build this entire thing over and over. Especially since I'm probably gonna be terrible at explaining what I'm doing here. So yeah, let me build this thing and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is now all done and in place. So everything's ready to go, and we turn it on. And it should be working. Oh, okay, there we go. Yep, okay, so it's working now, and they should... Okay, well, that part all works, but I put it on the wrong side. That's a little frustrating. Okay, let me fix that. Okay, so I moved it from this side to this side, and hopefully it's... my information is correct that they only spawn on one side, and it's not like some weird mechanic that it's... yeah. So let's turn this back on, and okay, that part... okay, good. Portal's lighting again. That's working. Yay! Okay, so that's working the way it's supposed to. Let's turn that off. And that... okay. And in theory... ow. They're all falling down there. Okay, and they're dying. And in theory... I don't think I have a gold filter yet in here. Let's see. Gold. Oh, I do have gold. Okay, so I have gold. I don't have a gold... do they drop ingots or... I think they drop just... well, they drop rotten flesh. Oh, great, some more rotten flesh. Right, there we go. Okay, so they're definitely dying. See them shivering. Do they drop... they drop ingots. I think they drop nuggets. Do they drop nuggets, or do they drop 21 and 8? And 3. So black wool just came in. 21 and 8 and 3. Okay, so I'm not seeing any... yeah, I definitely need to... this is going to be a next episode thing, or... no, actually, you know what? Next episode we'll work on... we'll work on the city. We'll try to alternate fixes, because I know some people aren't all that interested in all this more redstone-y stuff and prefer the buildy stuff. So yeah, right now... I'm gonna get right there. Still nothing. And 21.8 and oh, you know what? If I'm testing this, I probably should, you know, actually be... oops. Oh, I didn't need to... and there. Okay. So that's now running. So we should get a lot more piglins to come through the system. Piglins? Hello? Hey, buddies. Buddies, coming? There we go. Okay, so we got piglins coming into the system, along with all the other mobs. And I know I'm probably not getting the looting effect at the moment because of the snow that's down here, but yeah. So where... gold. Okay, so we're still at 21.8. You know, I should probably just move this here. Okay, got 21 and 11. 2111. Oh, by the way, this thing here is a way, because I know sometimes lots of items come through the system. So I have this in place, so it just sucks up this extra overflow chest. So basically anything that doesn't get picked up gets picked up on this one. And with a flick of the switch, I can empty out some of the stuff, so I can take all this rotten flesh out. Because I know I don't need any of the rotten flesh. And I could just, nope. I could just, dispose of the rotten. Dispose of the rotten flesh. There we go. So that way, it's not filling up the system. Okay, so still nothing there. 2111, still nothing there. Why am I not getting... Look at them all. Oh. Shivering. Yep. Hey, guys. Yeah, so we're getting tons and tons of zombified piglins here. So that part's definitely working the way it's supposed to. I wonder if we're getting any golden swords. Yep. I'm definitely getting golden swords. So... Okay, well, I'll figure this out in a little bit. I'm pretty sure they drop... I don't think they... Maybe they drop tickets. Either way, this part's now working, and they're all coming in there. So, I think that's going to be it for this episode. Okay, so, again, thanks for watching here on the 77th Combine. As we've made a giant mess of a... Yeah, I probably should have fixed the thing down there before adding more mobs to the system, but yeah. But you know what? That's the way it works sometimes. If you've enjoyed this episode, be sure to leave a like. And of course, as always, if you really are enjoying it, be sure to subscribe. This is Tazel, signing off here from the 77th, and I'll see you next time. Bye.